Hey guys! Welcome back to Let's Play Xenosaga Episode 1. Last time, we finished up our business at the Song of Nephilim, but Albedo had other plans, and now we have the much larger Proto Merkabah to go to. In between episodes, I came back to the Encephalon, and if you have either Momo or Junior in the lead, you come back here and you get a PM card. I don't know why, but you do. It seems just so out of the way. Why would you ever come back here? I could understand there being a cutscene back here. Unfortunately, to my knowledge, there isn't. But you get that item. Yay. I don't know. Anyway, my stopwatch died after the last recording. So, unfortunately, now I'm using my phone, which not really the way I would like to do it, but it doesn't really matter. Just something to talk about. Now, we are back in the Kukai Foundation for a couple of reasons. First things first, you can kind of see the repair process going on around here. The other thing, let's just turn on fast forward because we're moving rather slow right now. You can blow that up again. I think I already got that. There's the items that I picked up last time I was here. I think there was 3 of them. They were all different upgrades. And yeah. For whatever reason, the guy tells me to get them now, but I got them way earlier. Anyway, if you come here and you have followed my guide to the letter, you get Soul Calibur 2 promo thingy. And with that being said, that is the 51st email. All 51 of them. That is all there are in the game, to my knowledge. So, there you go. That's all of them. Not like that one has any great meaning, but it's there. The last one I may not have gotten, if there was one that I missed, because I'm pretty sure I got the other 2. There's 3 items that were supposed to be available here. Should be... whereabouts? Should be through here. I think I blew up this desk. Okay, so I must have already gotten it then, because that was the only one that I might have missed, at least in my head. If not, the other 2, one of them's in the bar, and where the hell is the 3rd one? It's in a spot that I've been to. Who knows? Anyway, with all that junk being done, last time we also got the final piece to the robot that the professor was working on. So we might as well head there, which is why I started the video kind of where I did. I thought it was a little nice seamless transition from place to place. Didn't have to run around too much. Now, let's do the well, not really the last part of it, the second last part of this. This one, final chapter, part 1. Yes, a friendship in crisis. If you remember the last time we were here, both him and his assistant had a little bit of a falling out. He doesn't seem all that happy. Yes, Assistant Scott. I'm sure you have. Let's complete the invincible robot that you dreamed of. It doesn't matter. Let's start getting ourselves a nice robot. Yeah, all the pieces of this robot look ridiculous. Alright, we get one more, and that should be pretty much everything. But if it's only part 1 and we're going to get the ultimate robot by doing this, what exactly is there left for part 2? An essential section to the giant robot, the Kelbeam Dragon, or however you pronounce that, is a joint part of the giant robot, so you can't even summon it during battles. So what use is it then? I still don't have, like, the ultimate piece. Now do I? Wait a minute. Yeah, let's talk to him one more time. 6 kinds of robot parts are finally all here. Let's build the giant robot. Would have been present at this historic moment. So let's get our ultimate robot. Is there a problem? That doesn't look like that's the way it's supposed to go. That's supposed to appear down below. No, it's not. And we don't need Yu-Gi-Oh! References in the middle of my Xenosaga game. So, Junior got bored. Let's go find Assistant Scott. Do you have anything else to say? Okay, so yeah. Anyway, after telling him, the professor, that he should stop drinking, meaning the professor should stop, guess who's in the bar? Yes, he's in the bar. I'll meet you there. Okay, we're back, and we're in the bar. Which side are you on? No. Where is he? Is it you? Ah, there we go. Can never remember where he is because, well, from game to game, it's hard to tell where people are and which one, especially when you've played them all somewhat recently. Yeah. Can't do anything without you. Seems about right. Okay then, this guy's got a problem, and so does the professor, and these guys are both weird as all hell. Yay, it transports me back here. No more off-screening. Well, no more off-screening for that. And Erde Kaiser is here, and yes, that's how they actually pronounce it in the game, so that's how I'll pronounce it. Whether that's correct or not, I don't know. Anyway, enough of this meddlesome stuff. Let's hurry up and finish this so we can get the ultimate robot. He's kind of like that. Now what? Well, that's nice. At least they have some kind of a climactic end to the story, and somebody learns a lesson. That's always good. And they're just smacking the air at this point. What, in the, a few hours that he went to the bar? Oh, are you leaving it to him? And because all of those different parts looked kind of weird and it made sense that they were part of something bigger, yes, they all form a giant mech. Symbol of justice and all this other stuff. That's making me think of Slayers now that I think about it. But anyway, do I get it? Did I get it? Do I have to talk to you about it? No. Well, if that's the case, then Shion should have gotten access to the final of these guys. Erde Kaiser, yes. All enemies / 1 times per battle. Ultimate attack using combined form. Uses all 12 of her spell slots, or whatever you want to call them. Thing is, what this does is it does 9,999 damage to all enemies. Yeah, basically you can one-shot every battle in this game with this spell, which basically makes all of the extracurricular special bosses and even the final boss completely pointless. I am not going to use it. I will show it off in one battle just so that we can see it. I'll probably also show off Strafe and Bird because I haven't shown off that one yet either. But yeah, it's just kind of there as a novelty. It's not something you really want to make use of. Not in this game anyway. In the other two games, it serves a little more of a purpose. And let's see. I've got a list of things that I want to do before we proceed. Okay, so there's 2 other things that we can do really well. 2 things I'm going to do before the final dungeon. And I don't want to do the drill game again, and that's one of them. There's some more prizes we can get, and I think they're unlocked after the Song of Nephilim, if I'm not mistaken. So the other one... Okay, we're back. And here we are in the Utic battleship. Now, this is the door we want to go into. Now, there's a unique thing about the enemy in here. Not that one. This is the room with the segment address door. However, this enemy actually changes now. If you look at my levels, and the fact that I don't have Momo, I have an old save file before going to the Song of Nephilim. Now, the trigger that changes whether this guy will be enemy 1 or enemy 2 is whether you've completed the Song of Nephilim. I don't think going there changes anything, and I believe you can go back and use the EVS plate in the middle of it, but I'm not 100% sure, and I'm not going to go test it out right now. Anyway, I have this party set up because I'm going to use the other party on the other file. Basically, what I've done here is I've set up 2 battles because the enemy is basically two different ones. If you encounter this guy before you go to the Song of Nephilim, and before completing it, you will fight the Ace Pilot, and then he will evolve into something else. First things first in this fight, you want to guard. Not because he does a lot of damage, but because we need AP for when the fight actually begins. Now, the way this works, I'm going to guard one more time because I don't want to get 2 turns in a row. And unfortunately, with the older file, I'm still on some weaker skills, but that's not a big deal. The way this guy works, as you'll see shortly, once you take off his pitiful amount of HP, he'll counter boost and board an eggs. Now, in this form, he's called Meld Gareth, and he will use a bunch of attacks that hit all your party members. So I'm going to bring Shion specifically in this version of the fight so that I can annihilate him and make sure that I can still heal and stay alive. The other guy is called Din Gareth, and I will show that fight after this one. And that one, he goes with single targeting attacks instead, and those single targeting attacks tend to come pretty close to one-shotting your characters. Best bet in this fight is going to be Mystic Nocturne, because he's just really strong against physical, any type of physical, so you definitely use ether type attacks, and you're pretty much going to heal most of the fight. Other than that, there's not a whole lot to it. It's a repeatable fight. I think he gives you frame repair Z's, if I'm not mistaken, from stealing, as a rare steal. He also has this Dragon Scale attack, which I'm not sure why it's called Dragon Scale, but it's a normal attack, so whatever, I guess. KOS-MOS is going to be the heavy hitter in this fight because she's got the Double Buster, but she's not really the best in this fight. Some of your better attacks will be pretty much the ones you've expected, the good ether attacks that we all have. Mystic Nocturne, Rain Blade, Spell Ray, X-Buster, Arctic Blast, Executioner, and Angel Arrow. Those all seem to do quite a bit of damage. I would go with Arctic Blast, Angel Arrow, and probably Rain Blade, at least the way I have it set up. When I recommend, you know, a setup or a skill to use, it's always going to be based on the subjective way that I've played the game. And in this case, I've put lots of points into certain skills because I know that they do well, because I've tested that out. That was one of the big things I wanted to do in the test run that I did a year ago, or whenever I managed to do that. And the reason why I wanted to do that is because there's just so many techs in the game, it would be hard to balance them out. Isn't really the best word, but trying to objectively test all of them at the same level would just take forever, and it would be difficult and a pain in the ass and not really worth it. So I've kind of done it in a way where I'm showing you the best skills to use if you put the points into them. Now, they are normally better than the other skills anyway. By the way, I've read that there can be a glitch here if you come back to the segment door after the fact through the EVS. I haven't had any problems with it myself, but then again, I got the treasure chest the first time, so... Anyway, yeah, I thought it was kind of a more effective way to kind of show off the different techs, but help you guys focus on the ones that are actually useful. Now I'm going to load up my other file, and we'll show the fight against the more powerful version. And we're back. This time I have the opposite party in mind, mainly because the top 2 are better, and I couldn't put Momo in the other party. And you don't really need healing if you're going at it this way. Now, I don't have anything specific set up. Like, I don't even have the Double Buster equipped because I wasn't using these characters. But again, we do want to start with guarding. Again, there's not a whole lot as far as strategy goes. This guy will be able to one-shot probably Momo pretty easily once he boards his new mech. And I'm not all that worried about it because all I'm going to be doing is reviving and fast-forwarding because it takes so long. Arctic Blast is a great tech, but it takes a long time. And this time he boards a bigger one. That's his weak attack. He also has more HP and all that stuff. So, again, he's got the same weaknesses as before, and I would go for Executioner and Angel Arrow and Arctic Blast. They seem to do the best damage because they're ether-based. I don't think technically he has a weakness other than like ether or non-ether. There we go. No critical, so I'm not going to waste her extra AP. I do like to keep the extra AP even if I'm not using it because you can hit the triangle button on your, that's what I'm looking for, on your items, say like Medkit DX, and then use it on all your party members to get some healing going, just in case. I probably won't need to, but the option's there. Now this fight pretty much plays out like the previous one, but I wanted to show them off because they're unique fights. And like I said, after you beat them, you leave the room, zone back in, and you can fight them all over again if you so desire. That's the weaker of the attacks. And I have counter boost set on him because I had nothing better. So, might as well. You actually got to see me use counter boost. Not that it's particularly useful in this game. In subsequent games, it's a lot more useful. Specifically Episode 2, but Episode 2 is confusing to say the least when it comes to battle strategy. There's just way too much to go over. And it's going to be fun. Oh yes, it's going to be fun. It's also going to be fun to make fun of lots of things in this game. But we'll get there when we get there. That'll be one of the next things on the chopping block. Alright. I wanted to show off his one attack that he can basically one-shot someone with, so let's hopefully he does it this time. There we go, there's the critical. Yeah, this one. Yeah, anywhere from 600 to, 800 I've seen. It doesn't tend to one-shot Ziggy, and if your character dies, it's probably easier to just revive them and not bother healing them, because chances are they're going to die anyway. So instead of worrying about it, just, leave it as is, and yeah. Go. Now that we've seen it, let's just throw fast forward on for the rest of the fight. Run through it rather quickly. Ow. There we go. Now, the last thing we want to tack on to the end of this video is probably going to be showing the basic idea of what happens in the drill game that I haven't done yet. So I will meet you back on the drill thing once I've figured some of that stuff out, and then I will just show you the how the games work, and then starting at the next episode, assuming I fail them, which I probably will cut to me actually getting them. Okay, we're back. Now, this game is just as annoying as it was before, except for now, it's not just my lack of skill that's fighting me, it's the random factor. And by random factor, I mean they move around. These ones aren't too bad. I still suck at this game, as you can tell. Now, the one thing about this that's different from any of the other ones, obviously, is that they're moving. And not only can you hit them... not only can you hit them if they're moving, but if they move into the drill once it's already on the ground, you can actually Yeah, I almost got it there. You can actually hit them that way too, and so that's one way of doing it. Nah, it's not gonna hit, no. Anyway, I still suck at this game. The last one is pretty much just as bad as this one. And somehow I missed that. So yeah, obviously I suck at this. I will show you the clips of the prizes or whatever. I'm not going to bother trying to capture this footage on screen because it's just random and it's luck based. You can see what it is. This one, you have a few seconds to try and randomly hit this guy. If you're lucky, he'll run into it just like that. Look at that. Mission 4 complete. Give them their prize. Anyway, what do we get for this one? Okay. Hurry up and give me my prize. The swimsuit. Yes, we get the second one here. The third one we get from one of the optional bosses, so I'll take care of that third one. You know what? I'll give it a try for like 5 minutes. If I can get it, good. If not, we will catch you at the start of the next one. Okay, well, I actually got it on screen. I'll take it. And it only took about 2 or 3 minutes, surprisingly. Anyway, we get the Hunter Goggle, which is something I believe we already have. Yeah, once you beat all of them, let's see here, just show this real quick. It's going to extend the video longer than I would rather it, but we'll go with free mode for a sec. Now start the game. Which drill do you want to play with? The most powerful drill, obviously. Now, what this does, as you can see here, is it gives you a huge drill to work with, so you can easily get lots of items if you so desire it. Now, sometimes what can happen here is they can put on the wrong drill, and it will give you a much smaller drill. Now, none of these items matter anymore. Go. It's all just junk at this point, but just kind of show you. It'll give you like a pin-sized drill sometimes. It's just kind of a quirk, I guess. It doesn't really mean all that much, but anyway, that's all for the drill minigame, and that's all of the extra stuff that I wanted to take care of. I'm surprised I fit it in one episode. Sweet. So next time we'll actually head into Proto Merkabah. There's 2 optional bosses we could fight now, but I do want to get a few more items in Proto Merkabah, as well as some more tech points and skill points. By the way, I have worked on it when I went into the Encephalon in between the last episode and this one, and I've now gotten everyone up to skill level 4, and they all have somewhere around the same amount of points. As we keep going, the skills that I'm going to try and extract, the Master's Pendant we got last time increases experience. I don't care for that. The ones I'm going to work on, it's only 500 points to unlock the Double Buster, so I'm going to do that. At least I think that's the one that's like that. If it's not the Double Buster, it's the Commander's Crest that's 500, so I'm going to work on that. I want to unlock the Battle Mask still for anyone who doesn't have it. What else did I want to try and unlock? There's a couple of other good things. Speed shoes, those definitely. That's only 500 points at level 4. Definitely want to go for that. The boost pack's not bad. You could try and extract additional ether points. Most people don't need it, so I won't worry about that. One other thing. We don't have the last one. Oh yeah, let's take a look at that Hunter's whatever we got. Real quick. Now this video is really ending up too long. But stop that. Why does my controller hates me when I try and navigate through these menus for some reason. Let's see. Was it the Snake Hunter that no, couldn't have been that one. Hunter Goggle. Increases critical hit rate by 5%. Meh. I don't know if that's actually valuable or not. I don't know what the current rate is. The current rate is like 2%, and somehow I'm getting way higher than that anyway. I don't think this is really necessary, but you could put it on if you wanted to. if you're really interested in it, like this works like the well, whatever that was in Xenogears. Oh, it's escaping my mind at the top of right now, but it was the thing that basically made Satan a powerhouse that could one-shot half the enemies in the game. So yeah, don't use that if you want some kind of a challenge left. It only works for physical attacks, so you'll have to use it on something physically based, which basically means give it to Junior, because most of his stuff is physically based if it's not spirit type attack. So anyway, enough babbling, enough going through the menus. That's pretty much it. So it's all for this one, and I'll see you guys next time.